My name is Sudan. As you all know, I've been leading you on several webinars for the past couple of weeks, and we have been talking about electric vehicles and trying to solve the myths around electric vehicles. So, today we're going to talk about the benefit of getting an electric vehicle over a gas car, and then I'll provide some insights about electric vehicles. Now, the aim at the end of this presentation, I expect people to know about the cost savings or have an idea about the cost savings of using an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. The benefit of using an electric vehicle over a similar gas vehicle. So, this is what I want to break down, and I'm going to really explain in details about the savings in terms of having an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. Yeah. So first of all, we'll have to talk about gas cars, internal combustion engine vehicle, that's ICE for short. So they're normally known as internal combustion vehicles. They burn fossil fuels like hydrocarbon fuels. That's how that's how the vehicle moves. So it has a heat engine that burns fuel that produces motion. So that's just what your internal combustion energy is all about. So it's just about burning of fuels to produce motion of the vehicle. Um, we just touch a little bit about electric vehicles. So, like we've talked about electric vehicles in detail before, but an electric vehicle is a vehicle is considered an electric to be an electric vehicle if it uses electric motors for movement and is powered by battery cells. And we've talked about the different types of electric vehicles. We have the plugged-in hybrid, we have the hybrid, and we have the fully electric um, vehicle. So unlike the internal combustion engine that you burn the fuel to produce motion, this one you save electricity on the battery, and in fact it produces motion for movement. Like I said, this is just around a briefing. We've talked about the hybrid electric vehicle, we've talked about the plug-in hybrid, and then the battery electric vehicle. So the battery electric vehicle uses only battery. Plug-in hybrid, you could plug it into charge, but the hybrid electric is being powered by the internal combustion engine. Okay, so just a few advantages or major advantages of using an electric vehicle. You save on gas. So a lot of people now, like recently, everyone has been complaining about the price of gases. But once you get an electric vehicle and you put in your level two charger at home, your electricity bill goes up about like $30 to $40 per month. Looking at that as compared to you driving a gas car where you're spending close to $400 a month, in some cases more. So having an electric vehicle and then you're saving more on gas. I mean, you don't buy gas again, and you don't buy oil, lubricating oil. Another advantage is it's more environmentally friendly than the gas car, of course, as it doesn't emit carbon dioxide to the environment. The next one is you save more getting an electric vehicle in the long run. Now, so this is what I want to talk about. Like, for example, we've talked about the saving on gas. Another part where people don't really talk about is when you have an electric vehicle. Um, yeah, apart from saving on gas, um, your maintenance is really low. You really don't do so much of maintenance, or you do very very little. So you're saving on the maintenance, you're saving on gas, and a lot of people say, oh, they use the money for the gas to pay for the car. The money they use in fueling their car using gas, they use that money to pay for the car as down. They use that money to pay for the vehicle. So in the long, so like I said, you save more having your electric vehicle over the gas vehicle based on you don't do so much maintenance in terms of gas. you save on your gas, and the cost of charging your vehicle is very, very, very cheap as compared to you getting a gas vehicle. And then, of course, you it has fewer parts, so in terms of maintenance, you have lower maintenance to do as compared to your gas vehicle. Uh, uh Points of getting electric vehicle. Just things that facts or things that happen to you once you get an electric vehicle. Most insurance companies in Canada give about 20% rebates on insurance if you get an electric vehicle. So that means if you, for example, you had, if your insurance per month on your vehicle was about $100, you get 20% less. That means it's now going to be $80 you're going to be paying for your electric vehicle. So that's what this means. You spend less on maintenance on an electric vehicle as compared to a gas vehicle, yes, because it has lesser parts than the gas vehicle. Electric Autonomy Canada study shows that Canada travels 5 times faster than in a similar gas car for the same cost of fuel. So, for example, I'll give you that example now. The owner of Drive Electric, John Seary, drove from BC, Victoria, BC, all the way to St. John's, and the cost of charging his truck was about $500. So think about it if you have to make that journey with a similar truck of a gas design. He would have spent way more. Buying an electric vehicle qualifies you for the rebate program, which is 2,500 to 7,500, depending on the type of vehicle you're buying. Could be um, all electric or hybrid. So it ranges between 2,500 to 7,500. Electric vehicle owners spend 60% less in energy consumption in relation to a gas vehicle or similar design. So that means that for, you spend one sixth apparently of you spend one sixth maintaining your electric vehicle than what you would have spent on that similar gas on a similar gas design. So let's say you spend about the cost of maintenance and the cost of charging in the month could cost you $50, but you could spend you know times six of that on a gas car, so it saves you way less in terms of maintenance and otherwise. So popular questions about electric vehicle that I get in the center: can electric vehicle survive in the winter? uh is it cheaper? That's I always hear it's very expensive, but in the long run, I try telling people is way cheaper than your gas car. Can I take my electric vehicle to a car wash? What happens if the battery gets damaged? How do I fix my vehicle if damaged? So these are the questions I normally get asked about electric vehicles, and I'm going to answer them shortly. Now, for this first one, this one here: can an electric vehicle survive in winter? 100% yes. So your vehicle is 100% efficient in the winter as it is in the summer. It's just like your gas vehicle, which can survive in the winter. So your electric vehicle can also survive in the winter. The second question is, the electric vehicle is too expensive. Now, the truth is, in the span of 15 years or over 10 years, it's said to be that you spend more money on your gas car of similar design as compared to your electric vehicle, because let's say, for example, we've talked about you having you when you're charging your battery for over 1 month, so you're spending about 30 to $40 on it for you to charge your battery or your vehicle. But a similar a gas car of similar design, you're costing you $400. So you do the math. The next question I want to talk about is, can I take my electric vehicle to a car wash? The answer is yes. Actually, it's even advisable to get your car washed once per week to wash it out of debris and dirt that could be accumulated within the vehicle. So it's advisable to take your electric vehicle to the car wash once a week. What happens if my battery gets damaged? How do I fix my vehicle if it gets damaged? So it's been in mo- been in motion, or so if your car gets damaged, all you need to do is you talk to the manufacturer. They are the ones that will probably send the technician over, or you probably have to send your vehicle to them and then they fix it for you. Or now there are mechanics that are being trained here in the province, to just for electric vehicle. They're trying their best so that they start working on electric vehicles rather than just all the time you send it to the manufacturer. So now there are mechanics that are getting trained for electric vehicles, just for electric vehicles. So that's the way you could get your vehicle fixed, through the manufacturer, and then of course through the new mechanics that are getting trained in electric vehicles. So this diagram is just to show you the what you spend or what you save, in terms of getting an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. But now for this diagram, we're going to show it just talks about battery electric vehicle. That means it's just all electric. So you're going to spend less than what you would have spent on a gas car. So you can see in BC, buying a gas car saves you 70. You spend $74 less than what you would have spent. 74% less rather than what you would have spent on a gas car. So on the gas car for that year, per year. So this just shows how a diagrammatic representation for all of them for across the country. Then here it just shows, for a 10-year savings of driving for battery electric vehicles. So, what you're going to gain, or the cost of savings, driving an electric vehicle for 10 years. So this is your savings on maintenance. This low ones here, maintenance. You can see Alberta looks to be the highest in the country, in terms of savings on maintenance. You can see the dark ones here, but why the other ones are savings on fuel. So you can see that over 10 years, your electric vehicle is actually cheaper than your gas vehicle. Well, these are the answers to the questions we've answered before. Summary. We've talked about different types of electric vehicles. We talked about the cost savings of using an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle, and the environmental impacts of using an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. I want to say all questions should be directed to this email here, and then we'll be sure to provide you with answers. I understand from this presentation. I hope you have an idea about how to go. I have an idea about the cost savings of using an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. But if you want to go down in details, you could call us, or you could send us an email at this, and then I'll be more than happy to provide you with more information about the cost savings of using an electric vehicle over a gas vehicle. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next webinar.